Hello and welcome all to the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium for the 2003 AJIHL Showcase Series, where we have 4 of the top junior teams across Australia playing off, well, for the National Junior Championship here. I'm Peter Lambert. I'm joined by Courtney
Kynaston.
Kynaston now. I knew it was behind the times.
Hello again, Pete. It's nice to be back in the rink in a time we wouldn't normally be here.
No, not Wednesdays nights, not my usual, but it's always good to see some good hockey, and that's what we're going to get tonight.
Absolutely. There's a lot of, there's a handful of familiar names out there. A lot of names I'm not familiar with, obviously with these two teams being from Melbourne and Adelaide. But across the board there's going to be some great talent on show this weekend, or this week.
Sure is. So the first 2 teams tonight, we'll be seeing them drop the puck pretty soon. That's the Adelaide Generals and the Melbourne Glaciers. And we've got guys in these teams who are as young as 15 years of age, some up into their early 20s. But this is a junior competition, so you won't have any 30, 40, 50-year-olds like we sometimes can get in the AIHL. But what we're going to see here is the future of Australian Ice Hockey League, and hopefully the future of some of our Australian Ice Hockey League teams.
Absolutely.
And already some of these players you're going to see tonight are already starting to make their mark on the AIHL.
Yeah, absolutely. There's actually a local in the Generals team, Cam Hughes, who was playing for the Central Coast Rhinos this past season. And I know there's a few in the Sabres as well. Which we'll reflect on that in the next game. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few names in that list. I think the York brothers might have played for...
CBR Brave.
Yes, I recognise the name.
Yes.
So, yeah, absolutely. So not only have we got a few that are already making their mark, but I'm looking forward to seeing where the skill level's at, and maybe we might be seeing future AIHL stars out there.
Well, I did do a pretty rushed 2 or so hours of research, and Eric Brook, I got to thank Eric, had already done quite a bit of research for us. And from that, I've got names here from teams from the AIHL, like the Lightning, Mustangs, Ice, North Stars, Rhinos, and Adrenaline. I think the only team I haven't seen is the Thunder in these teams. There are players from the Bears, there's players from the Ice Dogs. We're going to see all mix. Plus, some of these guys are not yet that age, of course, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. They've been playing in the Tange tournament, the DeFreeze, the other national tournaments that we have across Australia, and now they're here in the AJIHL trying to chip their way into the Australian youth team, the Australian junior team, the Australian men's team eventually, in the AIHL.
And mentioning that, something I learnt today that I wasn't aware of is that the selectors will be watching closely, as it is this tournament where they pay attention to pick assist with the final rosters of the under-18s national men's teams. So wishing all the players for all 4 teams the best of luck, and hopefully they all have a great tournament.
Hopefully we're not putting too much pressure on them, eh?
Well, the good thing is they're out there and we're up here and they can't hear us at this point. Just their friends and family at home.
Just mum and dad listening in that are now going to be very worried. But we're sure they'll do great. What we have seen is a big blend of teams. For example, in the Adelaide team, we've got players from New South Wales, plenty from Adelaide, of course, but we've got players from the Brave, we've got players from New South Wales, we've got players from Melbourne, some from Sydney as well. So there's a pretty good variety there. Often that's the case that the teams will pick up talent where they can. They're going to, and they're here for. Not everyone's available at this time of year. It's school holidays finished for South Australia and New South Wales last week, so these guys might have to take time off school or work to be here. Not easy to do, so it's understandable they wouldn't have all of their players available. But it's great to see also people willing to pick up their stick, put the gear on, and play for one of the other AJ teams. And all in all, they're adding to the sport. They're adding to their chances as well. Future development, great way to develop their game and be ready for the big time here in Australia and maybe even overseas.
Absolutely, and I think it's good too that if we have that excess level of players that one team's full, you don't want it to be too full, that everyone gets a good amount of ice time. So if they can go and support another team, balance out those lines. I know what it's like to be on a very full team and on a very short bench team, so it's nice to see a lot of these, so far of these two teams it's quite balanced, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the game looks like.
That's right. Now we got a couple of names in here that you guys might recognise. So Jeremy Friedrich in goal for Adelaide. He's been playing for the Adrenaline and played a lot of games for them this year. Who else we got from the AJIHL, which is probably something we're more familiar with. So Jeff Hugh played last year for Melbourne Ice. I've got two guys from the Brave. That's the two York brothers. Charlie and Henry York played plenty of games for the Brave. Charlie's done 2 seasons. We've got Patrick Ivans playing goal for Melbourne Glaciers. He's actually a Brisbane Lightning player, and you probably know his voice from doing some of the games in the AHL.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Maxim Astafiev, he's been playing for the Mustangs, had a great season down there. We've got a couple of guys that played in the PHL as well, so Cam Hughes is one of those. Adam Harper played for the Ducks last year. Looks like he's born in Port Alberni, the same as Gary Dore here. So a lot of good hockey players come from the island. We've got Evan Kristoliev from the Mustangs. Also from the Mustangs, we've got Alex May, Matt Nikitin, and looks like his brother's been playing for the Ice as well. And then we've got Jesse Thompson's also been playing for the Mustangs. So there's a lot of talent you've already seen, and there's a lot of talent you're going to be seeing in the future pretty soon in the AHL and maybe other leagues too.
Well, we're about to drop the puck here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. I'm very excited, Pete.
Let's see now. At the moment, I've only just received the last few seconds the names and numbers for the players, so I won't be able to give you much of the names yet. But the Melbourne Glacier have the puck and they've sent it forward into the General's end, and we've got a quick stop of play after just a few seconds. So calling out names and numbers, matching them up is going to be tough for a moment. I've just got a copy of a copy at the moment, and they're not ordered like we like to do in all of our preparations. So I was able to do some research on plays, but what I wasn't able to do was sort out who was who. Face off in the Glacier end, and the Generals will turn around, try to send it back in, but they need to touch up because they're offside. Pass goes across ice, cut off, chance to score. Gets it inside, but covered up there. I think it's Ivans in net at the moment. And back it goes down to the Generals' end. Careful of the door of doom. Now we've got a player down on the ice. He tries to get out of the way as his team moves forward. Jeff Hu, that is, in number 10, was directing the play there for the Generals. Benson now has it, 65. He moves it up ice, takes a quick shot, just a soft one, and great for a face-off, and that's what he'll get with less than 1 minute down here in the first period.
Look, the advantage of getting to know these players and their numbers are that when they do reach those next levels, we'll be very familiar with them.
Quick shot on there by Benson. As I said, it was kind of a lofted one, which can sometimes fool the goalies. There's another lofted shot on net. It's loose in front and scores! Adelaide Generals get first blood here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in less than 1 minute. They're up 1-0.
Look, that was a nice play from the Generals. That the first one being off the backhand, but this one they just, in the scramble, managed to just get it around the goalie.
Good effort there, driving the net and pick up the loose puck and put it by.
Look, just under his arm. Sometimes that's the way you've got to score a goal. It might be messy, but you catch the goalie out of position and not tracking the puck well, and that's where you're going to find a gap.
Defense has got to be on the watch for those loose pucks. Generals with a puck. Chen with it. Hose up the left wing. He steals the puck, but he stumbles and tries to hit it for a centering pass, and not fired on net. Picked up now by 18 for the Glaciers. Tries to move inside, but puck is stolen away, and he'll get it back. Loose in front, shot, scores! Mistakes there from the Glaciers, carrying the puck in front of their own net, and the tenacious Generals taking the puck away and firing it through.
Look, so far while the Generals have got possession, they're taking shots, and that's exactly what you've got to do. You've just got to shoot it on net, and you'll get a lot of them through. So well done to the Generals so far.
Well, they're driving the net there, Courtney, and that's playing off for them with 2 goals already in that first minute and a half. Face-off, Generals have it right now. Who? Up the right wing. It's loose in front and chipped away there by the Glacier. They're going to pick it up on the half boards. Kept in the zone just on the blue line there and shoveled in by the Generals, who'll chase it down again. Once again, they have possession in the attacking zone. Jeff Hu, experienced campaigner, fires it around the boards. Picked up by the Glaciers. Trying to get out of the zone. They do on second attempt. I believe that's offside. Yeah. I couldn't see the linesman, but it was, and I believe it's an intentional offside. Looks like they might be going, yes, they're going down to the Generals' end.
That's the risk you take when batting it into the zone like that, that the refs will decide that being in it, that intentional offside will put you back down at a disadvantage.
Face off from the face off, a good shot and covered up there by Friedrich. First attempt on net there for Melbourne Glacier. Face off, fired on net, and another grab for Friedrich. Once again.
Look, Friedrich's looking very composed so far. I know we're only a couple of minutes into the game, but he's just picking those pucks up with ease in his gloves. So I think the Glaciers will really have to move him around to find a gap to try and get these 2 goals back.
Just trying to match some names and numbers.
Face off, and the Glaciers have got possession.
Generals retrieve the puck behind their own net. Carried up ice, pass up the middle, but nice and close and pretty safe. And Charlie York steps around a man, looks in the corner. Generals quick to put pressure on. This is where they've been good. They've been able to contain the Glacier in their own end. First to the park 9 for Glacier. He's hit hard against the board and straight up. General quick to the park, winning the battles. A risky move, but it paid off there for the Glacier. And they just don't seem as confident as the General. They're not. They kind of keep holding back a little bit. They're not charging at the park like the Generals are all over it. Fired in and deep, and the Glaciers go back to pick it up. Up the right wing, into the zone 15. Can't get a pass away, and Generals pick it up and scoop it out. Into the attacking zone, can't get through 2 attackers. Quick shot on net attempt there, and with Cameron Hughes, the local boy. But the Glacier have it and will fire it in with the dumper chase. Around the boards, there's Friedrich. Skate to skate hit there, and it worked out well for the smaller Glacier player. Chen into the zone. Tries the centre, it's all red, but mishandling the puck, and there's another opportunity here for Generals. Quick shot on net and a save off Hugh, and another shot and save. And the Glacier D come to help out. But they owe their goalie a thanks for that great save.
Absolutely, he's done well there. I think he deflected 2 or 3 before finally freezing the puck and getting that whistle. So that was really strong play from the goalie in that movement there.
So it is Patrick Ivans in net, number 1 for the Glacier. Benson feeds up the left wing. And that is icing. It was behind the red line, and they'll go back to the Generals' end.
I'm quite impressed with the speed. I'm not sure I quite knew the level that I would be watching. But yeah, the speed and the composure of the Generals at this point, they do look like the stronger team. So it'd be nice to see the Glaciers pick up that pace and that strength in their passing a bit.
Jeff Hugh once again leading with the Generals until they go into the zone, and a body-on-body hit, and that's out of the zone, so they'll need to get back on side, but they have a player offside and still offside, not listening to the linesmen or referees. He's on side now. Attempted shot on net, goes wide. So it's Gavin was the young fellow who was offside. Didn't notice the linesman's arm was up. Benson feeds it off the boards. Gavin chips it by and into the Glacier zone. Some strong forechecking from the Generals, keeping them, well, under pressure. Adelaide keep it in the attacking zone. That's Maxim Astafiev carrying the puck. Been playing for the Mustangs in the AIHL. Hit behind play. Into the zone comes the Glaciers. And chipped forward there by Cooper Porter in 12.
It's a very physical game at the moment, Pete.
Sure is. Henry York carrying the puck. General setting up. They've got a man coming in, 2 late men coming in. They're really buzzing in the attacking zone and getting men into the quiet spaces. It's one of the York brothers now. Has a look inside. And it's picked off by the Glaciers, but they can't control the puck and get it out. Across the paint and out the other side. Good effort to keep it in the, and good skills from the defense. Keep it there, keep it alive in the attacking zone. Through a screen and a great save there with a bit of help from the defense. Bit of relief for the Glaciers, who will fire it down ice once they get it onside and go for a quick change. Jesse Thompson for checking along with Cy Lake. Rafael Lacuanda tries to get it out of the zone. Generals now on the attack. They've got man in front and look for the late man coming into the circle. And a quick stop there by Patrick Ivans will freeze play with a bit over 6 minutes through the game.
Felt like a much easier save for the goalie there.
Just having a look at that shot. This came through and the save by Ivans through the screen. Oh, it's going to hit the player in front. But he was in good position.
Absolutely.
Generals on the attack again, setting up. They will have an effective power play. Should we get to see it soon? Loose in front, and Ivans freezes the puck. A smaller team, the Melbourne Glacier, but they did a good job there of getting their bodies in the way to protect the goalie.
They're certainly showing a lot of heart, like they're putting good hits on down in their attacking end to try and get the puck, and it'd be nice to see them capitalise on an opportunity.
Chipped out of the zone. On the attack now goes Melbourne. Adelaide grab it. Chen. Play is broken up. They chip the puck forward and chase it, and it's turned around by Kruslev. Evan Kruslev, also with AIH experience. You can see the maturity of some of these players that have played at that high level. Played in the junior team before or played in the AIHL makes a big difference, or the PHL makes a big difference to their game. Shot on net, and it's just wide there from Chen. Off the half boards. Adelaide winning the battles here, pitting Melbourne Glacier in their own zone. Glacier do have some skill. They've got some great players, but they've just got to get it coordinated as a group. Dangerous move to take that in front, and he's lucky to get away with it, Kristalev, but he's got the skills, and he fires up the right wing, and he was lucky not to have icing there. Chen now does a button hook, has a look, gets it in between the circles, but it's interrupted and heads into the corner. Long pass onto the stick from Kristalev, and a shot fired on net, but he was offside. So we're going to stop a play. Still 2-0 to the Generals as we get beyond 8 minutes through the game.
I have to say, those moments are absolutely heartbreaking where you've got the puck, you've got clear lanes through to the goalie, and you've just got a player whose momentum's just that little bit quicker than yours. So I think his counterpart on the further down on the blue line here pulled them offside.
Players go down as they battle along for space in the blue line.
The bench are loving the hits.
Yeah.
They're having a great time on the benches here tonight.
Oh, it's great to be away from work or school or university and playing hockey. Why not? Melbourne have the puck. Try the left wing. It's broken up there by a general player. I thought it was a general stick.
Sometimes those plays are good just to catch a breather and just catch a break. Compose yourself. Get the lines back together. Not always ideal, but sometimes they're great when you're under a lot of pressure just to get a moment to breathe.
Yeah. Face off. Adelaide win the face off. Trying to fire it in front of the net. They do have men in position there. Out wide. Fired towards net with the backhand, but it's wide of the blue paint and goes behind. Melbourne Glacier unable to clear. One thing they really want to improve on is their defensive possession in their own end. So they're not been if they've been able to steal the puck away from Adelaide, they haven't been able to control it and move it up ice. That probably seems very obvious right now. General doing a great job of controlling the attacking zone and chipped out by Melbourne, which they have been able to do, but not a lot of help when you get an icing call and you're stuck out there on the ice. So it's Cooper Porter there clearing.
Particularly when you're getting stuck in your own defensive end, the goal there is really they want to get it into the neutral zone, maybe not quite as iced as far. But both these teams, the strength in their passing is quite good. They are going tape to tape quite effectively. So a little bit more of that might see the Glaciers capitalise on a goal.
Oh, good attempt there on net, and it was redirected, but too much mustard on that stick, and it didn't make it to the net. Nice moves in front, takes a shot, and a good save by Ivans. And a Melbourne player is down and hard. He got hooked around the skates. They keep on playing on right now, and there's a great save there by Friedrich, but they're going down back to the other room. It was in front of the goalie and well spotted. And it was just a bit of the old stick in the skate, and he went down hard, and they're just checking on him right now.
So the ref actually indicated that it was he checked to the back of the head. So he taps the back of the head. Yeah. Possibly this player may not be coming back out on the ice.
Yeah, that's Friedrich. I think that's Jeremy Friedrich's brother. Pretty sure he played some AIHL, or at the very least he played with the Avalanche in the PHL. But that may be... It is a 5-minute major, so if it's a check to the head, that's pretty typical. A check to the head is pretty much an automatic major. So Friedrich will be sitting out this game with a 5-minute major. This is a big opportunity now for the Melbourne Glaciers to be able to get some goals back with a 5-minute advantage coming up.
Absolutely. Not something you want to see so early in the tournament, but unfortunately it is a player safety thing, and good to see the refs are onto it and saw it, particularly at the back of play. And
well done to Friedrich as well for going in and checking on the player. I don't think it was intentional, but that doesn't count. It's not intent that you get called for, it's the action.
Correct. Good sportsmanship.
Absolutely. Some good hustle from Melbourne, pardon me. They do need to hustle right now. This is their opportunity to score some goals, get back into the game. Nice check there against the board by Charlie York. And a little sore is Maxim Astafiev after that hit. He skates it off. Loose in front and picked off there. 91 goes down hard. It was skate on skate though, so I don't think they were going to call that one. Oh, that was Charlie York or Henry York? Henry York, I think, got 91. Charlie in 14, if I remember right. Quick shot across the paint, and skating onto it was Cy Lake, but he couldn't get there in time. puck runs around the boards here at Hunter Skating Stadium. The glass is set back from a bit more than most rinks, so it can actually roll a long way across the blue edging.
The Generals are playing a really good penalty kill at this point. They're in that first minute and a half.
Shot on net.
They had a lot of possession, so.
Yep. Astafiev had a good opportunity there. I think he looks a little frustrated. He doesn't have anyone to play with him, to stay with him. He's been trying a couple of good plays, but kind of on his own. So we'll need to see what relationships they can develop in this tournament where they can build up some good player chemistry. Chance in net. Say it! Goal! It is a goal. I thought he had to say it there, sorry. And a great one on the counter-attack. Short-handed there for the assistant captain for the Generals.
Look, that was a big play and a great move for the Generals. Short-handed goals are not easy to accomplish. And he just comes through and gets it around the goalie perfectly. Just finds the
deep
gap.
backhand to forehand, got it by.
So I think the Glaciers will have to assess that and really solidify their lines and be on point, because the Generals are just moving around very easily at this point.
So that goal was Daniel Chen, and I'm not sure if it'll be unassisted. Depends if someone else touched on the way up. But well done to Daniel Chen on that great goal, short-handed. Generals with the puck. They are short-handed. It's 5-on-4 right now. They're round about halfway through this penalty kill, and there's a save there by Patrick Ivans for the Glaciers. Glaciers trying to get organised right now. Pass is cut off and intercepted there by the Generals, and they're putting Glaciers under pressure, even with the man down. Off the stick there, keep moving it forward to the Glaciers, and it's cut off, and we've got a counter-attack here, and they got numbers. Although we've got a Glaciers player entering the play right now, and a nice hit as he comes into the net. That's Matthew. Another guy from BC, originally. Glaciers need to be organised, need to get into the zone and set up their power play. Astafiev through some skates, loses the puck, and pushed down ice there by the Generals. Cam Hughes moving the puck. Generals short-handed, take the shot. It's cut off, and another shot and a save by Ivans with a pad. Jeff Hughes takes another shot. It's turned away by Ivans with the pad into the corner. And even short-handed at the moment, Glaciers are struggling to take control of the puck. Move it out of the zone. Generals holding the puck, happy to burn time. They've got just over a minute left in this penalty kill, this major that they picked up from Friedrich. And play is stopped as they're not moving the puck. And we got 56 seconds of power play remaining for the Glaciers.
I'm seeing a lot of great hockey coming from the Generals. They're moving it well. They're playing it very structured. Their passes are on point. So I'm excited to see what they can do throughout the tournament. But look, back to the Glaciers, who they've still got the advantage for another just under a minute. Be good to see some passes just get up that end and get an offensive attack.
That's it. Need to get in there and get their play organised. And this is the problem we just saw there. They're not communicating. They need to talk to each other. They're probably a bit frustrated, and that's understandable. But you've got to fix it by talking to each other and get some good direction from the coach. And just work, when you get off your shift, you got to talk to your line mates. You got to stay positive. You got to make good friends. It's how you're going to get good relationships going. You've got to be forgiving too. You can't beat yourself up on your teammates.
No, that's it. Look, if you go out and you don't feel like you've had the best shift, make the next shift better.
That's it.
That's the mentality.
Yep. Nice shot on net. It's just a bit high though and keeps rising over Ivans and hits the glass behind. Even strength. 5-on-5 again. Glaciers get a pass away. It's off with some skates though. He gets the foot, push it forward, but it is broken up. And the Generals now, with a full complement, take it into the attacking zone. Glaciers break up the play, but Generals are straight on it. Benson sneaking in, has a look. Oh, what a great redirect goal for Benson, and that's his second for the game.
I've had many coaches say, stand at the net with your stick on the ice, and that there is exactly what can happen when you do just that. So listen to your coaches, folks. That was beautiful.
So that was Daniel Kudelka with the shot, or the redirect shot on net. And just have a look at Benson's stick. Good angle.
He's on the ice. He just watches it and just moves his stick enough to nudge it and give it that little edge around the goalie. I'm not sure many goalies out there could have stopped that.
So another goal for Timothy Benson. 4-0 now for the Generals. The Glaciers trying to break up the attack here. The Generals get another attempt. And there's Benson out there again looking for another. Generals taking a shot. Ivans has it. And they clear the puck, and down it bounces past Jeremy Friedrich. He's waiting to see if he'll be icing it. Just gets across the red line, so the linesman will blow the whistle, and back they go.
It was a very slow-moving puck, that one. I wasn't quite sure if it was going to cross the line, but look, the Glaciers find themselves again in their defensive zone. They'd have to be getting tired.
Well, that's the other thing, is that, and your defensemen get really tired as well. You normally don't have as many defensemen, so they're doing a lot of work. Just check what Nick Eyre, linesman, is saying.
He's just pushing them back off the line, so they started to creep into the face-off dot. He's very big on making sure they are in the right spot when that puck drops.
Well, that's his job as linesman. Takes it seriously, Nick does. What's his nickname? Hockey Google?
I think so.
That's what his family calls him, Hockey Google. He knows the rules, he loves it. Glaciers trying to move it out. Asfiev gets the puck up high, so I think that's Cy Lake, and he gets a soft shot, but at least he gets a save there out of Jeremy Friedrich. The Generals will pick it up, and you can see they're supporting their players well. They've got one player, or two players close by every time another player has the puck. Chen there, Daniel Chen, hit into the boards. He does get a pass away, shot from Jeff Hu, and it's loose. Generals will pick it up, do move it in front, but there's lots of red jerseys in position to move the puck. Generals pinning the Glacier in their own end, but I think it's Astafiev, picks up the puck, has a look, looking for teammates. He's got Cy Lake out there, also one of his teammates from Melbourne. Actually, I think they're playing, one plays Melbourne Ice, one plays Mustangs. Good hit in front, and Henry York's skate goes up and nearly hits the player in the head. That was an accident, but it was a bit concerning for a moment there. Just was off balance, and the foot came up like a gymnast. Quick shot on net there, picks up Gavin, takes a shot, but it goes wide of the net. Adelaide, though, once again, keeping the puck in the attacking zone. Gavin back on the puck. Delka, they're hoping to pick up some scraps at the blue line, and he's going to have to back off as the Glaciers will move it forward. So that's Tim. Pardon me. Glaciers move it forward. Chasing the puck is Matt McKipton. Into the attacking zone. Some time in the attacking zone for Glaciers. They haven't had a lot. Get in the attacking zone again. Chip and chase. Need some more urgency. Rushing to the puck, they do. And back it goes for Alexi May. Pass not quite on target for Cooper Porter. And it's going to be picked up by Benson for the Generals, and he's going to try and move it up the right wing. Left wing, I should say. Benson goes back and gets the puck. Now set up in front of the net. In needs a little office there. And that's the end of the period. Great period for the Adelaide Generals. They lead 4-0 after the first 20 minutes. We'll only have a short break. And then we'll be back here for... No, I mean, we're not going anywhere. We won't have time to go anywhere, so you might just have time at home for a toilet stop. But it's just 2 minutes between periods here, and then there'll be an ice clean after the second.
Correct. Look, something that really stood out to me in that period, watching the Generals, is they really shut down the Glaciers on the blue line. They weren't getting into the zone very often, and then the couple of times they did, it didn't take long for the Generals to get in and get that puck back and get possession back. So coming out in this second period, I think the Glaciers are really going to have to work hard on making that tape-to-tape pass, being more structured in how they move in their forecheck and into the zone, and they're going to have to push harder to not allow the Generals to take that puck off them. That's really, they're not getting anywhere near the goalie because all the players in front of him are shutting them down. So it's going to be a very challenging period 2 and 3, I think, for the Glaciers, but anything can happen.
Yeah, look, it's going to take something for them to click, to get it right. And I think what you're seeing there, well, the blue line, you're right, that's great lateral movement from the defence in cutting off the play. But what I want to see from the Glaciers is I want to see them supporting the player with the puck more. So, and also the more organised movement. So it seems to be that they'll pick up the puck and then they're going to take a few steps with the puck and they're going to try and pass it. There's not that coordinated movement where the players already know where they should be. So that's what I want to see more from the Glaciers. I want to see the players in position on the half boards or someone up, even cherry picking up on the far blue line. So there is someone already waiting for the puck with the play in mind. Yep. At the moment, it's kind of chip and chase at the moment for Glaciers. So, and that's more about desperation too. The other thing they've got to do is they've got to skate harder.
Yeah.
They've got to be first to the puck more, and that's why they're not having as much time to do some of the plays that you're talking about.
Yeah, and look, a lot of their passes too, they look panicked because they're also coming off their backhand. And anyone that's tried to hit a puck with a hockey stick will know that the backhand is so much weaker and less accurate. It is much harder to get it to the player you want, versus if you can be composed, get it on your forehand and just make that nice hard pass.
Yeah, for sure. And that's an important skill, actually, firing from the backhand, shooting from the backhand, passing from the backhand even. And it's one the players will have to work on. And we're seeing that kind of exposed with the Melbourne Glaciers. That's one of the simple skills that they can improve is their backhand passing, shooting, and preparation. And Gavin Thurston's our referee about to drop the puck on the second period. So we start the second period. Adelaide Generals are up 4-0 over Melbourne Glaciers. Got a quick stop of play. I think we're going back to the centre dot.
Not sure what happened there.
I think the clock hadn't started was the problem.
And now it's running. Oh, yeah, we're just fixing up the time.
Yeah, they're putting the 20 back on. Or 1959. The clock can be a bit cantankerous at times.
It can be so fickle.
There we go. 20 minutes and second period's up. We're ready to go.
It's been up there a long time.
Yeah, it's our only second ever clock here at Hunro Skating Stadium. That one there has been there all 15 or more years, I think. The old one was more fickle than that one. Back underway, and the Glaciers have it. That's a nice pass. That looks better. Astafiev, though, can't get it cleanly, and Carrington and Silake taps it. But the Generals are on the attack. York takes a shot. That was Charlie York, and a good one, but doesn't find his way through the defences of Ivans. Already some more energy from Melbourne. Good to see. But they've got to break up this play and get the play up the other end. Evan Krustalev gets the puck first, and they can't shift it out of the attacking zone as Jeff Hugh forechecks. Around the boards it goes. Cut off by Daniel Chen. A nice pass to Henry York. Spins about, gets it up to a teammate. That's Matthew. He's going to try the backhand. He's got a pretty decent backhand. He goes through the paint, though. Nobody could pick it up and get a shot on net. So Melbourne Glacier, that's a good example. They were able to get out of the attacking zone, but they couldn't pass it to anyone. The play went nowhere. That's what they've got to work on. That was Milan Parolin with that pass we just saw. And
we have an icing for the Glaciers.
So they'll go back to their own end.
So perhaps another thing to work on is moving the puck out rather than icing it, because there's no advantage. They can't change, and they end up in back in their defensive zone. So ideally, we'd be looking at backing off from those icings and getting it into the neutral zone and making a proper play of it.
Yep. Glaciers now have the puck. There's a good player. Up the player's waiting for it. Gets a good shot, and that's probably the first good serious attempt we've seen from the Glaciers on that. So definite improvement in play here in the second period. We're already seeing it, and great to see some energy in their game. Generals cut that off, and they got some numbers down low. Takes a shot, and it's grabbed with a glove by Ivan.
That whole little sequence was beautiful. So hopefully they can carry that on through the rest of this period. And a beautiful glove save from the goalie.
Yeah, Patrick Ivans from Queensland.
I like to call those kind of glove saves the mic drop glove save, because it's just so good.
Good description. Late change here for the Glaciers. That was Josh Mazengab coming on. Play broken up in neutral zone, and Glaciers are back on side, but the Generals have broken up the play. There's a nice chance here for the Generals. They take a shot, and it's just high there from Gavin. Glaciers able to get out of the zone. There's no icing, but things to work on still. I don't want to be too critical. They're making improvements. I just want to see them do really well and everyone have a good time.
Absolutely. And look, that's what these tournaments are about. It's the development and growth of the game, and this is a chance for each of these teams to see what level they're at and rate themselves against the rest of the country, and that's what lifts the level all around.
Sure does. Generals get the pass away. They got some speed heading forward. Charlie York drives the net. Play's broken up by some good D, but unintentional, but a great save there by Ivans, who broke up the pass there, but couldn't find the puck. Generals trying to drag the puck up in front to get a shot on net, but some of the taller Glacier players are out there right now, and that's helping them break up some of the Generals' plays. Glaciers taking their time, having a look. That's Evan Krustalev there, keeping an eye, but he's lost the puck right in front of his net. Fortunate to get that out of the danger zone there and out to the boards. Picked up by Charlie York. He gets a pass across ice into the attacking zone, and offside is waved off. It's close though. And play is stopped as the referee loses sight. Fortunate for the Glaciers, because the puck was getting moved towards a scoring zone, but out of the side of the referee.
The referee, Gav Thurston, also did the hand signal for a high stick. So I think someone's probably connected with it in the high stick.
I played it with the high stick, okay.
So we come into the neutral zone for that.
That would have happened before that movement of the puck that I saw. Face off. Bit of a scramble, but the Generals fire it in, and that's what I want to see from the Glaciers, moving the puck D to D. It's got to get it clean pass from man to man, and that way they can work their breakout. Moving better together as a group there. They're supporting each other better. And Got a pass from Astafiev into the attacking zone here, Glaciers. So Rendamarchi was the player receiving the puck in number 5. He's 1-4 checking right now. Being carried by Alexi May, but given up to the Generals, who are in their own zone, and this is what the Generals have been doing good. They've got 2 players waiting for a pass there on the far boards and one on this side, so they had the play all set up. Makes a huge difference. Gives you the confidence to make good passes too.
Absolutely. Having been that player that's behind the net, when you look to the boards and see you've got an option and it's wide open, that's where you need your linesman to be.
Generals buzzing about the net. Under pressure here, the Glaciers. Cut off at the blue line by Jeff Hugh. And a shot on net is broken up, hit twice with a couple of sticks, but in the end goes past. Another redirect, not far from the blue paint and into the corner. Jeff Hugh once again, this experienced player with AI experience, has another chance. Nice pass off his skates, and it's sent wide there by the Glaciers. A long pass, which ends up being a shot for Jeremy Friedrich, and tapped down there by Astafiev.
Look, that was a well-placed shot, getting it to the goalie, making sure they don't get the icing, and they actually got a line change, so that was well played.
Chance for the Glaciers. Can't get the shot away due to some good defense. And ducks as the puck goes around him, does Gav Thurston. Arms up here. That was Joey Terrio, actually. Gavin Thurston's the man with his arm up. He saw a penalty. And we've got a penalty coming up. We're going to have a power play. I think it's the Glaciers taking the penalty. So we will have the first power play for the Adelaide Generals. They're up 4-0.
I absolutely expect this may not last very long. With the way that the Generals have been playing, we may find that we're back to equal quickly, but it'll be nice to see the Glaciers actually play this well. On a penalty kill, you want to box up, you want to get your stick moving, and you want to just shut down all the shooting lanes. So if they can do that, they can fight for this 2 minutes.
They've put out some senior players, which is, to be fair, is what the Generals did when they had that major they were trying to kill. So they've got some good players out there. They've got Rendamarchi. They've got Jesse Thompson. Matt Nikitin, and I'll grab the other number in a minute. General setting up. And chance in front, and a good save by Ivans. Can't get it out of the zone though. But a good aggressive penalty kill. Lots of stick movement and forcing the Generals out wide. Some frustration with the stick work there. Some sticks and skates, and it was picked up by Gavin Thurston. So we're going to have another penalty against the team in red, Glaciers. So 6 men on and takes a shot, and it's wide. Generals here buzzing. They got extra man with the carrying the advantage. And touch there by the Glaciers, so we've got to stop a play. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 1 minute.
This is really going to put more pressure on the Glaciers that they wouldn't have been hoping for at this point in the game. So 3-on-5, actually 3-on, not yep, they're putting the goalie back out. So 3-on-5 can be tricky to defend. So they just have to play smart and shut down lanes. You can't really mark up in this sort of defense. You just need to shut down the shooting lanes.
So Astafiev, we've got Cy Lake. They've got a tough job here, killing off a 5-on-3 against a team that's playing really well together. So they're trying to set up their triangle shape here to break up the play. And Raphael Lakandula is the man doing the hard work between the top 2 men. Takes a look, takes a shot, and scores! Boyle with a quick shot, gets it over the shoulder of Ivans, and we've got a 5-0 lead now for the Generals.
Look, Boyle is really showing himself to be a strong member of this team. That's his 4th goal of the night.
4 goals.
Yeah,
wow.
three in period 1. So I feel like he's a future star to watch. He plays well, he moves the puck well, and he can get it in the back of the net.
I thought Benson had 2. Maybe I had my numbers wrong. Or maybe the scorers did.
Hard to, we'll check in with them during the next break.
I was pretty sure Benson had 2. Redirect, and there was a shot, a clean shot that he had. And Daniel Chen had 1 too. Yeah, okay, we'll check on those numbers, and they didn't seem quite right. Fired on net, and that one's taken by Ivans with a stop of play. So it's 5-0 now. We've got 12:09 remaining in the second. .120 still remaining to kill off. Penalty kill for the Glaciers. Because that penalty happened in the first penalty kill. So there's still a man short for 120 unless they are scored upon. Kept wide there by Alexi May. Trying to battle 2 players. Fortunately, he's a bigger guy and he can use some size to keep the players pinned. So 5-on-4 for another 58 seconds. Generals trying to move the puck. Daniel Chen there on the attack. So that last goal was unassisted, Tyler Boyle. And I'm told that's his fourth one. Doesn't seem right though, because Chen got 1 and 1 was off the stick of Benson, so we'll have to check on that.
I do think the live box scoring may be incorrect. I'm just messaging the scorers, so we'll clarify that for you in the third period.
If not, we'll get the chisels out. We'll make it all right. Eh? Don't you worry, the players will be out there with their chisels trying to change the scorers after the game. Running joke in hockey. People trying to claim goals after they've been scored. Face off. Generals. D-man has a look. Decides there's no one to pass it to. Sends it around the boards. Clever move. Good movement there on the blue line. Generals set up. 9 seconds remaining. Puck is loose. Fired around the boards and out it goes. Glaciers get some time with the puck in the attacking zone. Some great individual work here. Fighting off a couple of defenders. Shot on net is off some players and into the corner.
Some good battles happening in this game. While it's physical, they are really good battles at the boards. They're both teams are fighting for the puck. Good clean hits, obviously, because the refs aren't calling them penalties.
Save there by Friedrich and stops the play as Melbourne Glaciers get a good opportunity to get their goal. Their first of the game on the board, but not yet. Jeremy Friedrich will be hard to beat. He does a good job in the AIHL.
I can see why.
Yeah. He was starting goalie for the Adelaide Adrenaline this season, and I think he was starting for the Avalanche in the PHL the previous season.
Yeah, right. Look, it shows.
Experienced campaigner. Good save there in close, and another shot and deflection, and it's cleared away by some good defense on the ball, right there to quickly move the puck into safety. And good defense here, take away the puck and get it out of the zone with a good burst of speed. So some good skills here and skating skills as well as passing skills from the Generals. And a shot on net from the Glaciers, deflected by Friedrich up into the netting, and we're going to stop the play.
I'm seeing some good momentum starting to come out of the Glaciers. That little play in the neutral zone to win the puck, get it in and get a shot on it. It's great. They did well.
Did well.
A bit more of that would be good.
Let's see what we can get. I wonder if there's a family connection with Mr. Boyle. With a certain Zach Boyle, who's got a lot of time in the AHL. And here we go. We got a bit of push and shove between players after that hit. And a couple of extras coming in. So Henry York was the player taken down. He wasn't happy with it and came back up after the player. So
yeah, it's a sequence where you see your player go down and hit his head. It doesn't take much for a teammate to come in and defend them.
Well,
and then he got up and went in and...
It was his brother that defended him.
Look, even, brotherly love makes sense.
Little brother, you got to look after the little brother. So it was Charlie and Henry York involved there.
So we have one each in the box for the two teams.
I think it was Starsteph. Nick Starsteph was the penalised player for the Glaciers. And I think it will be Henry and maybe Charlie York for the Generals, although, I mean, there was 2 retaliations, was one of the problems.
Absolutely.
So while the initial call from, I think it was Starsteph, was the initial infraction and probably the more serious, the 2 retaliations might have actually cancelled out and made it worse.
So Nick, our linesman, has just called out that it's 5-on-4, with the Generals will have 4.
Maybe a double minor, or so the Generals have got, they got 2, so they have been called for retaliation.
No, the ref's now calling 5-on-5.
All right, so that right now, that's Starsteph heading across now, right? So it must have been Daniel Thompson. I couldn't see the number. I thought it was 25. It must have been 22. So that would be Daniel Thompson and 22 if I've got that number right. So I think Starsteph is sitting the extra 2 for Daniel Thompson. That's my guess is how that's going to work. Cam Hughes is going to take the face off. Maybe there's a 2 and 10.
Coincidence.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a 2 and 10.
Right. So
Starsteph sitting the
2 players sit 2 minutes.
Yeah. So Starsteph sitting the 2 minutes for Daniel Thompson, and then he'll set his individual 10.
Yep. That makes more sense now. We got there.
We got there. Well, we're not getting a feed from the penalty box, so we're having to guess here what's being called. Generals on the attack. Hughes straight to the net. And a great goal for Cam Hughes.
That was a well-placed goal. He just came in on that back door and tapped it in. Well done.
So this is a kid that basically grew up in this rink.
We can watch this on replay that he just comes in, he's at the back, just taps it in beautifully behind the goalie.
Well, it's a great goal because he really had to do nothing with his stick. All he had to do was stretch out and have the stick in the right place. He did all the work in his positioning, his timing, and being there at the right time. And of course, the winger feeding him a great shot on net. That makes it 6-0 if I remember right. We've got 5 on the board. I'm pretty sure that was 6 goal. 6-0 up for the Generals. The penalties have disappeared off the penalty board, so I'll just wait and see what's happening here.
My understanding with the 2 and 10 is it shouldn't erase them because they're playing 5-on-5.
It won't wipe, yeah. But the penalty also disappeared from the Generals as well. Right, yeah, so they're coincidental, so therefore they've left them up there. Sorry, they've taken them off. The linesmen and the penalty keepers will be keeping track of the clock. Play broken up. Gavin has the puck stolen, and Glaciers turn around. They fire it down. It goes just under the stick of 15, and not called as touched. That was Matt Nikitin, and they're going to go back to the Glaciers' end after an icing call.
It's interesting, the momentum shift after that hit on the boards and then the penalties. It feels like the game slowed down a little bit on both sides. So
you're right, it has. Some of the intensity's gone out we saw after the start of the period. Kitten tries to move it up ice. Players broken up. I don't have a name for number 47 for the Generals. I'll find that in the break. But I mean, he's a big guy. He's played a really solid game for the Generals. He's not been on the score sheet, but he's been a big part of their game. .809 left in the second period. A 6-0 lead right now for the Generals. Face off outside the Glacier zone, and Flynn Gower takes a face off against Cam Hughes. Generals quickly on the attack. Doesn't get a clean shot, but Cam Hughes once again right in the spot. Glacier trying to clear it from their zone. Goes under a stick, fortunately for them, and they do get it out, though it's off a General skate, and the play broken up. Daniel Chen with the offending skate. Brendan Marchie chases in the park, but it's under the possession of the Generals. Cody Matthew there in 44. And picked up by Glaciers in their end. Daniel Chen, once again, leading this team, getting the play moving around the Glaciers net, and a quick shot on net is turned away by Patrick Ivans. Boyle can't control it. Pardon me, Benson in 65. He does get a pass away. Gavin takes a shot and a save with the pads there by Ivans. Glacier, they're first to it and try to push it out of the zone. Brendan Marchie in 5. Fired up ice. Jeff Hill. Long pass goes by a couple of players after redirect. And Ivan's first to it and gives it a good hard flick against the boards to get it out of the zone. Carried up ice by Jesse Thompson. Takes a shot and a good save there by Friedrich, and it's up into the netting, so that will stop play with 6:16 left in the second period.
Felt like a little bit of a drive and a push coming from the Glaciers there, so that it was good to see a little bit of that coming back into the game on their end.
Yeah, they definitely a better period for them the second period. I mean, they've given up a couple of goals, but just in general their play, and they've been a bit more organised, and most importantly I think I've seen better urgency from them. So they're putting more effort getting first to the park. Some of that was confidence.
Absolutely. Look, the Glaciers now have a power play opportunity, so it'd be great to see them move that puck around and take advantage.
Jesse Thompson at the face-off dot. He wins the face-off and a shot. Tries to get a redirect on net there off the stick of Matt Nikitin. You can hear good communication here from the Generals. There's not much talking here between the Glaciers players. From the top, takes a shot through the screen, and a good save by Friedrich. It's loose, and he's covering it. It's across the net, moving well laterally. Good goalie skills on display. Silake with a quick shot through a screen, and a save by Jeremy Friedrich. Keeps it with the goose egg. Still 6-0 Generals here as they're under pressure here. So on the penalty kill. But it's good to see this time that we've got the Glaciers organised and running some good pressure here on this power play.
Well, I think Friedrich did really well in net. There was a lot of people in front of him, and he just maintained vision of where the puck was and just had a sense of where it was coming from.
Glaciers have possession, but Generals do a good job of breaking up the play there and kept it in the zone. Glaciers still have possession now. Good possession back to the mean. Spin around. First to the park, Glaciers. Need some more communication. I can see we've got a player calling for the puck behind play. He's got the puck now. Keaton. Shot on net. And a good save from Friedrich. It looked like Astafiev looked like he might have broken his stick there. It certainly had that tinny sound, but it seems okay. He's skating off with it now.
That's an expensive thing to do, to break a stick in hockey.
Certainly
particularly
is.
Here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the AJIHL team, sometimes they're covered by their teams. And so I know some of the GMs cringe when sticks break because that means it's their bill. But I think for these guys in AJ, they wouldn't have that sort of sponsorship. That'd be out of their own pockets. So a broken stick would be pretty heartbreaking. Puck frozen against the boards by the Generals. They're happy to burn some time as they've got 20 seconds of power play to kill on this penalty kill of theirs. Tries to squeeze it in on Friedrich there around the corner, but it's cleared by the Generals. And move back between defence here with Glaciers trying to set up. They do get in the attacking zone. They've only got a few seconds to go. Nice chance in front, but couldn't get the puck in for the first of the game. That was Maxim Astafiev there with the move, but couldn't finish.
We've mentioned it's all about positioning, and he was in the right spot. The puck just didn't bounce his way.
He's got good side and good skills for sure. I can see why he's playing in the AHL. Mustangs, if I remember correctly. Jeff Hu. Hands off. Now it's Henry York. He takes a shot. It's just high of the crossbar. Kept in the attacking zone. Quickly in for the attack comes the Generals. We've got a lost stick of one of the Glaciers defenders. And Silent Lake taken down there accidentally, not picked up. Was picked up as a slash actually called in the end. I thought it might have been a trip. So we'll have Benson heading off for 2 minutes and another power play opportunity in the last 3.5 minutes here of this period coming up for the Melbourne Glaciers.
I'm starting to see a shift in their game. They're lifting, which is great to see, because it's challenging when you're 5-0 down to find that energy sometimes. But to see them lifting as this period comes to an end, I'm looking forward to period 3. But they now have 2 minutes to do something.
Yep, I'm hoping we get a goal here. We had very close, a couple of really good opportunities in the last power play they had. We know the Generals will want to defend that 0. They won't want any goals through. So I
think the ref's just giving the goalie a moment to fix his gear. I think his pads must have been a bit loose. Great camera angle there from Thought Fox Media crew, setting up for us, giving us a great goalie view there.
We've got all the cameras running tonight. Face off. Glaciers can't keep it in their own zone, and General's got puck moving forward. Henry York has it taken away though, and now they're on the attack are the Glaciers into the attacking zone. A good battle down low for the puck. Always good hustle from the Generals. Astafiev has the puck. Pass is a little errant. Gets past his teammate Jesse Thompson. And back it goes. Back to their goalie Patrick Ivans to pick up. Evan Kristolov, 18, controlling there on defense, and that pass. It's one of their problems. Their passing has not been great. Their pass went behind the player. That happened about 2 or 3 times in a row. That's something they've got to work on, and that's concentration, communication. Shot on net, and that's loose, and the net's off. We've got to stop the play.
That was felt very quickly end to end in that little sequence just now. So look, it's nice to see that they might be just finding a little bit more of that energy, having that second wave as we come towards the end of the second period. They'll get a nice 15-minute break shortly when we cut the ice. So that intensity makes for a good game. So I'm looking forward to seeing this continue.
I just got a commentator assist. Eric Brooks at home, he just noticed that the Glaciers have changed goalie. I did not spot the change of number. So it hasn't been Patrick, it's been Rowan Hoy who's been in goal for this period.
Hi, Eric.
Thanks for helping us out, Eric. You'll hear from Eric on the weekend as he takes on some of the big games here we've got coming up. Finals coming up this weekend for this championship. Cameron Hughes has it right now for the Generals, has a look inside, tries a shot, it sends it a bit wide, and Generals keep it alive. Glaciers got 9 seconds of power play, so they won't have much opportunity at this point to get another scoring point on the power play. They'll have to do it in regular 5-on-5. Skating onto it, here come the Generals. That's Benson, who's just come back on after his penalty served. Straight into the play. 47 fires it down low for Benson. He gets around one player with a little bit of a incidental contact there. Puck has moved around. Quick shot on net, save by Hoy and fired out. And touched by the Generals. And we've got a foot race to the puck. Back the other way. Glacier, though, pick it up quick, but it's been turned around with a good intercept. Charlie York has a look, takes a shot, and that's just wide. Another shot on net, and a great save by Hoy with just 23 seconds left in the period. That one from Gavin.
It's a very intense close to this period. Both teams have picked it up.
Definitely picked up, yeah. It was really one-sided at points in the first, but it's been a lot more even in the second and been entertaining hockey. Quick shot on net there by Matthew and a save there by Hoy. And what was a fairly difficult save to time. It was a real floater. I'm not talking about a pie floater for the South Australians. It was a puck floater. Williams can't make the intercept, and that will end the period here at Hunter Skating Stadium. It still says 5-0 on the board. My memory is at 6-0. And we'll check with the scorers in the break. But, yeah, it's definitely 6-0. So still the Generals game, but a big improvement there in that period for the Melbourne Glaciers.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, both teams are showing that they want this, and even though like the Generals are on top, they're still playing hard and they're playing good structured hockey. So the Glaciers just need to come out with that intensity that they've finished this period on and fight just as hard. Keep playing structured. They were passing better. Felt like there were a lot less backhand passes after we made the comment, so maybe someone's listening and letting them know. So, yeah, look, I'm looking forward to period 3, and hopefully they come out with that intensity, take a break, reset, and, yeah, for a good third.
I just hope they're not using my coaching as the guideline. My coaching didn't extend beyond under 14s here at House League, so can't say that I'm much of an expert. All right, well, we'll leave it there for the second period. We'll have a short break as we have an ice clean here at Hunter Skating Stadium, and we will be back for the third and final period as the Adelaide Generals 6 lead the Melbourne Glaciers 0 after 2 periods. Be back soon. Welcome back to Hunrice Skating Stadium for this AJIHL Showcase Series game. Make sure I got the wording correctly. At the moment, we got the final period coming up for the Adelaide Generals leading the Melbourne Glaciers. It's a comprehensive lead of 6-0. Definitely a strong first period for the Generals. In the second, even though the scores don't really reflect it, we did have some good scoring opportunities from the Melbourne Glaciers. And the Generals bench just let us know that they're going to give a certain goalie a try. They're going to bring in their backup, Justin Baxter, someone you're familiar with, Courtney.
I am. So Justin actually plays for the Sydney club Liverpool Saints. And last year when I was an assistant coach for our Newcastle under-15s team, he was the goalie for Liverpool, and every time we would come up against him, he's a solid goalie. And I was lucky enough we hosted the De Free tournament here in 2022, and Justin was the number one goalie for New South Wales.
Wow.
And they went all the way through and won the gold medal that year. So he's quite a talented player, and I think he's really going to show a lot in this period. So it's good to see him get some ice time.
Excellent. Well, we'll see how he goes in this period. We're hoping that the Melbourne Glaciers get the chance to test them. They definitely had a lot more time in the attacking zone that period, and we hope to see some more of that. Back underway, and the Glaciers quickly have control. They take the shot. Doesn't get all the way over, though, to Justin Baxter, getting his first go at this AJ tournament. Quick shot on net, and it's off the outside of the netting there. And some good hustle here early in this third period.
Some good control from the Glaciers in this period, getting it out of it, playing to get out of their zone that way. Unfortunately, the pass just went a bit too far.
Yeah, but we did see the fence getting organised. So
Absolutely.
That's what I'd been calling for earlier in the game. So we saw the defence take the time to make the pass out, the breakout passes. Just couldn't connect there on that secondary pass.
You could see what they were aiming to do. They did have a player in the neutral zone. It's just an unlucky bounce. It's gone over his stick and gotten them an icing.
It is tougher, though, to get it along the boards, to pick it up on one side of your body and move the puck and pass it on the other side. Generals have the attacking zone at the moment. Player down. And it's pushed out of the zone and down to the far end for an icing call. Back we go to the Melbourne Glaciers end. Still 6-0.
So I'd like to see a little less of this from the Glaciers, that they actually play the puck into the zone rather than icing it like this. So hopefully as we get going in this period, in the next, even just the next minute, they find their feet, they get some of that intensity back that we had at the end of the second, and get some scoring chances.
Face off, Glaciers. Got to work together there. You've got to work, sorry, not defend, you've got to support your teammate to get the puck out. And that's going to be a stop and play. And looks like a roughing call, is that?
I mean, there's a little bit of an angle to that punt. That usually...
Is it a high stick or something?
High stick's two hands.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure about Joey's signal there. We might have to get the Joey translation.
The Joey
handbook out.
But there is a 2-minute penalty for the Glaciers, so that's unfortunate. That's a hard start to get any momentum off the bat with a penalty kill.
See what the Generals can do. They're buzzing. They take a quick shot and a good save there from, I think it's Hoy, still in after he came on. Yes. So Rowan Hoy came in to give Ivans a rest in that second period. So we've had goalie change at both ends at this stage. Daniel Chen can't get onto it cleanly, but he retrieves the puck and gets the pass away. Shot in front, tries some backhand, and a great save there by Hoy to keep it out and keep it at 6-0 there for the Glaciers.
Absolutely. A couple of deflections off the goalie there. It bounced off, and the Generals did well to pick up those rebounds nice and quickly. But, the goalie stood strong and scooped it up into his logo.
1:24 remaining in this power play for the Generals. Matthew spins, has a look, takes a shot. It's off a stick and high, and just kept it in the blue line. Glaciers can't clear. They've got to not just throw it at the blue line, they've got to move it up themselves. It is tempting though when you're in a penalty kill. I understand that. I'm not saying that I would have done any better.
But it's definitely not worth it when if you can't see a nice clear line to get it through, you're better off holding it on your stick and killing that time.
Yep. Or try a couple of steps and a lateral movement to try and find some space to clear it. Quick shot on net and a good save with the glove. A pad save and it's cleared.
A nice kick from the goalie to get it away from himself. I like agile goalies that just have that ability to, that extra movement.
Intercepted pass there, and Glaciers send it into the general zone. They have the power play at the moment, so this is a great way to burn some time. There's 10 seconds of that remaining, and the Glaciers do it again. So kind of give them their own medicine back. This is what the Generals did to the Glaciers, especially in that first period. Now we're even teams. And we'll see what these two can do. Good steal there. Gets the puck away from the player. Benson can't move it up to his teammates.
Bit of an example there, just trying to clear the puck, but doing it off the backhand, it just didn't leave the zone. So,
Ooh, big hit there, and Benson looks pretty sore.
I think it was just a little bit awkward, and he fell on his tailbone, and that's never fun, even with the padded shorts.
It was close to what they call clipping. There's a chance in front, and it just left it behind. It still was nearly a goal. Overskated the puck and still nearly got a goal from it, but there was a penalty called. Joey Terrio on the spot has picked up the infraction.
Calling a slash on the Generals, but happened so quick I didn't even see it. That's the hard job of a ref. Eyes like a hawk.
He doesn't miss much, Joey Terrio. He's called a slash. I know that one from the Joey handbook. And we'll have a face-off in the general zone as the Glaciers get an opportunity here to get one on the board. So Lake moves in on the net. Generals moving the puck around pretty well, but that one's gone by. And they'll need to defend this from Charlie York. His pass doesn't reach his teammates, so the Generals play broken up, and Glaciers have their chance to reform their attack on the power play. Carried in. Astafiev is going to wait on the blue line. But the Generals in to break up the play. Charlie York chips it by, and Astafiev will have to go back and pick it up with some help from Cy Lake. Pass bounces off a shin pad right onto the stick and takes a shot, and a good save there by Hoy. Gets a big cheer from his bench. Williams in 25 taking the shot. First to it is the Generals, but they're out of the attacking zone. Stop the play. 6-0 still. We've got 35 seconds remaining in the power play.
We've got some good puck movement happening at this point, so it's nice. I definitely feel like that intensity's coming back up, but as you come to the middle of the third period, it's that point in time where people can get very tired very quickly. So if the Glaciers can maintain their momentum and this push, I think they've got a chance at finding the back of the net and getting through Baxter.
Glaciers putting some pressure on.
Good communication there, telling his player where he needed him. That was good.
It has improved a lot for the Glaciers. It's helping them too. So Raphael Lakandula in number 10 was having plenty to do on that attack. We've got a couple of smaller guys that are really good movers, really good skaters, and that's often the case. They're the guys that are so slippery and hard to contain. And there's Lakandula now. Lakandula, pardon me. He clears it, and we're going to stop the play. 6-0 still the lead for the Generals, and that power play has expired.
I think one thing the Generals have been consistent with all night is that when a player steps up to attack for the puck, 9 times out of 10 they're coming away with the puck. They're very good at attacking and just trapping the Glaciers in that moment and getting the puck away from them, disrupting the attack, really.
Yeah, they have been really strong in winning the battles, and often that's the case. They're taking possession away. Shielding the puck, you just saw some good shielding of the puck there. That's been another skill they've done a bit better. Lots of little details that they're getting better, which is why they're ahead 6-0. Cameron Hughes, good hustle. Puts the wheels on. Goes wide, around the player, takes a shot, and off the shoulder of Hoy and into the corner. Matthew, nice spin. Gets away from the player, but it's broken up by a stick from the Glaciers. Glaciers now on the attack. Takes a shot and a good save there from your mate Baxter.
There's a good directed rebound there. I think that just stood out because he really placed it in the corner, got it away from himself.
Charlie York had a good opportunity there, but the shot was just a little wide. Hoy had it covered. Henry York gets some help. Setting up in front. Nice give and go, and nearly gets the goal there in front. Some good teamwork from the Generals. Love a give and go. One of my favourite moves in hockey. Good shot on net and stopped there by Hoy and cleared. Seems like the Glaciers come in 2 sizes.
Absolutely.
Either big guys or little guys. There's not much in between.
I think we've just had a little bit of extracurricular over on the boards with the puck had moved away, but 2 players got caught up there.
Charlie York's checking if there's any blood. Some of the hits were pretty hard and there might have been some shoulder pads or even a stick or something involved.
He's appealing for a bit of blood.
There's blood, ref, there's blood. Yeah.
The all familiar Gav Thurston head shake is like, nah.
He's like, nah, that was from your flossing, mate.
So
I'm not giving you that one.
We have coincidentals again. It's they're calling 5-on-5. So these 2 will sit not at the cost of their team.
2 will cancel out. So basically they just have to wait for 2 minutes for the penalties to expire, unless somebody scores. But I think with coincidentals it carries anyway.
Because they're 5-on-5, it won't. It's not. That doesn't apply.
Yeah. Because there's no advantage.
Correct.
Except for the player not being in the ice. But a 1 each. Out of play there. Blown down by Nick Airlinesman, and we'll have a resumption of play. He drops the puck. Play resumes. Glaciers trying to move it forward. Jeff Hewlers is some footing. But Generals still have it. And Cameron Hughes comes around the boards to pick it up. He's going to fire it forward. And we'll go back to the Generals' end for resumption of play. Face off to the left of Baxter. The winger win there for the Generals. Benson gets a pass away. Hughes gets a pass up boards, but it's a little ahead of his teammate. And he blows a tyre and into the boards. Gives the Glaciers a chance to move forward, and they've got some numbers. And scores! That's what they've been looking for. Tim Nikitin and Alexi May teaming together to get the Glaciers their first goal of the tournament, and a nice goal too.
That is precisely what they needed to do. We'll take a look at the replay. They came in fast. The shot on the rebound, I believe it was off the rebound onto the stick, and he found the back of the net. Yeah, beautifully done.
Pickup. Yeah, it's a good goal. Not much the goalie can do when you have a spread of the players like that. They can't do both sides of the net at the same time.
Correct. And again, it just comes down to the right positioning, that the Glaciers had a player on that back door and he was coming in fast, and just like the Cam Hughes goal in the previous period, he came through, right place, right time.
Nice setup there by the Generals, and got a player actually into the net here. That was Matthew, I think, at 25. It's Williams. Williams at 25. Matthews at 44. I'm learning my numbers. Generals out of their zone. Go up the right wing. Gavin has a look. Trips up. Still has the park. General still on the attack. Trying to bring it out in front. Could have been a high stick. Generals are calling it for it. It was pretty close. But that would have been not the penalty high stick, but the play with the high stick, stop the play. Quick shot on the net and a good save there. Nice late little flick there on net. That can be really tricky to stop. Goalies have to be really focused and looking for those sneaky shots. Puck's still moving. Deflection attempt right in front. And Generals are buzzing. They're a bit maybe annoyed, I guess, after that goal against keeping the shutout alive for so long.
So say, who said shutout?
I did not say it till now.
Someone out in the crowd said it.
It wasn't me. It's a silly superstition anyway, but I'll still abide by hockey rules.
For anyone watching that's not familiar, we don't say the word shutout until if a goal hasn't been scored on a goalie.
It's tradition.
It's just the rule.
Generals. Nice setup. Oh, great save getting across there on Henry York. Boy, he covers another one, and a great save again. It's been great for the Glaciers since he's come on. And to be fair, though, to Ivans, his team's been playing much better in front of him as well. Battle for the puck in the corner.
There's been a lot of that tonight in the corners.
It's a good sign that things are a bit more even. Early in the game, they were moving pretty fast because it's one-sided, but it's a lot more even now. Oh, that was close. It's skipping through the blue paint there. Generals playing with a lot more confidence than we see from the Glaciers. Definitely more teamwork too. They're working better together. And they got some pretty experienced guys there too. Benson there, parked down front of the net and quickly into the corner. Chance in front, play broken up. Matt Hockman there with the check. Takes the puck. Quick shot and a great save there by Pat Baxter. Backhand attempt, can't get a shot away. That's those backhand skills we're talking about. Benson with a backhand pass, chases it down. Jeff Hugh stops up the puck, but it's going to be Oh, a good breakaway attempt here. Cherry picking. And Baxter, though, gets the job done and sends it out to the corner. In position for another save. Having trouble containing Timothy Nikitan. Matthews now. Matthew hands off a pass, but it's not a clean one. And the Glacier will come back the other direction. Shot attempt by Ren Namachi. Spin and fires. And Baxter has it. Namachi has the puck stolen from him. Good shot. And pad save there by Hoy into the corner. Matthew settles the puck, spins about. Generals move it forward. Play is broken up by the Glaciers. But it's an arm wrestle at the moment in neutral zone as possession keeps changing. Heard the call for defence there, to pass it to defence. Some helpful communication from the bench. A lob shot on net, but Patrick Clovens is the other end. Justin Baxter handles that well and freezes the puck. We got 5:22 left in the final period.
This has been a good period of hockey. I think the Glaciers have given themselves a bit of, I repeat the word momentum, but they've shown a bit more intensity since that goal. So it'd be nice to see them capitalise, get another one in the back of the net.
Face off, attempted shot, deflected and wide. Generals keeping it in the attacking, trying to freeze the puck in defensive zone at the moment. At the wrong end. Battle for the puck down low. Nice sweeping shot on net, shot on the goal there, pardon me. And a good hip check as well. Pass in front, good move, goal! Cameron Hughes with another one.
Following his goal into the net.
Followed the puck, put himself in as well. But that was just, he kind of fooled the goalie and just had the momentum. He ended up going in himself. He got a bit of the goalie got a bit of him coming through, but it wasn't enough to stop the goal. Or young Hughes going into the net himself. Face off. Glacier have it. Pass that wasn't clean, and quickly to break it up, Henry York. Glaciers will try again. Pass is completed this time. This time Charlie York trying to break it up. Two brothers on the same line. Baxter does a good job of moving side to side from the posts. Matthew now carrying the puck up ice under pressure. Gets a pass inside, but no one home there to put it away. Charlie York was not far from it though. Battle moves to the, I guess we call that the south corner. Charlie York with a quick move. Takes the puck away. But he's lost it from the defence. Buttonhook. He's got men up high, which might be handy right now. He's got Matthew in close and between the circles. He's doing a lot of it himself at the moment. And again, spin around attempt and a good save there by Hoy. Rowan Hoy. Another shot and it's just wide from Matthew.
Like, unfortunately, the Glaciers slowed down a little bit there and just let the Generals come through and pick that up for another shot. So
yeah, they're not hustling much. They seem to be a bit tired at this point. It has been a long game. This is 320s. Although Generals do have a shorter bench, much shorter bench than the Glaciers.
And when you add stop time into that, it really changes the game. When a lot of, I know for here in Newcastle, a lot of time we play running clock,
yeah,
and 15-minute periods. So when you jump into a tournament like this and we get this level of, the stop time, the ice cut, it makes for a much longer game than we're used to. So
sure
that
does.
could be playing a part, especially with all the teams who have probably travelled today as well.
Yeah, they may have. Kept adjusting the zone there. Gets the shot away. Kudelka in 68. He's had a good game. Does a good job of boxing out the player, defending the puck, and breaks up the play. So Glaciers will try again. Puck stolen from Astafiev.
Again, on that blue line, they're really good at defending that blue line.
That was Nikitin, sorry. I thought it was 13, it was 15. Nikitin's still out there. Skating onto it is Kavin. And that is broken up by the Glaciers and fired down ice. And much more balanced that one, so it was no icing. There's a couple of finer points of the games that have really improved Glaciers, so I think they can get better results as they go along. They've just come across a pretty organised team here with the Generals, and they put a lot of goals on them early. I mean, this period's been 1-1. 1 goal each. So a much better period again for the Glaciers. They're improving. Generals clear it, but Glaciers quickly on it. It's probably worked for the Generals with the shorter bench. They kind of wanted to get their goals early, so they weren't under pressure and had to skate as hard in the third. Jeff Hugh.
Absolutely.
Jeff Hugh tries to get a shot away, but he's got lots of red jerseys buzzing about. He's back to the blue line. Uses his free in the battle for the puck. Sticks pucks and skates in the same place. It's going to happen. And that should be icing. And it's blown, so we'll go back to the Glaciers end for this final 66 seconds. But it's a 7-1 score. Easy. Well, pretty safe bet at this stage, Courtney, that they won't score 7 goals.
Look, I'd like to just see them get a few offensive opportunities. If we just shoot for the small things that they can do better, even in this last minute, that they can take into tomorrow night.
Oh, they've already made a big improvement. Quick shot on end, a great save again with the pad of Hoy. Shot on net is deflected into the corner. Had a really solid game. These 2 goalies from Queensland have been really valuable for this Melbourne team. Round the boards it goes. And players come together, but the puck keeps going and heads out of the zone. We've got 30 seconds remaining. Kudelka gets a pass across ice. Skated up the right wing. Into the zone. Tries an attempt on, we've got to get a D-man goal, but nope. A big hit, but that'll probably be a penalty. I think it's going to the Glaciers player. And that looks like
number 13.
That's Astafiev.
He's been working very hard this game. He's really stood out as probably one of the better players on the Glaciers this particular game.
He's been a good player for the Mustangs, so
that's why. Explains a lot.
Yeah, he's had a big role to play in the Mustangs, so he is definitely one of their more skillful players and experienced players that they have.
I had noticed the Mustangs been sharing quite a few of the posts promoting the weekend, so shout out to the Mustangs social media crew and fans.
That's right. This year's champions.
Yeah. That was great. It's nice seeing an underdog team.
Quick chance in front, and it was close to a final goal there in the last few seconds. 8 seconds remaining now. Generals want one more, but I don't think they'll get it as that puck goes down on ice. And they're not going to worry about icing call with just part of a second to go. So that will end the game, and a big win for the Adelaide Generals, coming up 7-1 against the Melbourne Glaciers. Glaciers started off pretty rusty, but they had a really big improvement through the game. Had a better second period, got goal-scoring chances, and they actually drew the third period 1-1 with the Generals. So big things ahead for them. I'm expecting they'll get better as they go along.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot they can take out of tonight, and they proved that each period they improved. So I think tomorrow night's matchup, they've got an opportunity to potentially carry that through, and hopefully we'll see a little bit more of them.
Well, there's 4 teams in this competition, so it's going to be a bit of a round robin to start with. There's 2 games tonight. We've got one more coming up after this. There's another game, 2 games tomorrow on Thursday, and 2 on Friday, and then they've got finals happening over the weekend.
Correct. So then it's 2 games every day, right through till Sunday. So as you mentioned, we've got the game starting at 9:30, so we've got about a half-hour break after this game. And then tomorrow, 6:45 and 9:15. So we'll be back here tomorrow night.
Well, I've got that second game tomorrow and the late one on Friday as well.
Lovely. I will be here for all of them.
You are the person who's here when we need you, Courtney.
Look, I love hockey. I love watching it. So, look, for those at home, if you follow the Australian Junior Ice Hockey League Facebook page, there is a schedule and all of our links for the games. So we hope you will continue to tune in for the rest of the showcase series.
Well, join us back soon. We'll be back for the second game tonight. But for this game, 7-1 win. Congratulations to the Adelaide Generals. We'll be back soon for the next game. But for now, good night. We'll see you soon. Thank you.